Kicked these off at midnight Eastern time last night, and since that time, 25,000 sets of burgers have been ordered. Now you may choose either 14 or 28. I would go with the 28 times a million because it is that good. You also get a packet of seasoning per, is it per 14?
It is per 14,
Per
yes.
14 you get a packet of the seasoning, and that seasoning packet is resealable. Now, you can use these, you can cook these on top of the stove in a skillet, under the broiler, on the grill, and always from frozen, is that right?
Always from frozen. Makes it very simple, very simple.
And can we go in the air fryer with these?
Absolutely. It's 350 in the air fryer for 8 minutes. Flip it over for 8 more minutes, and it's finished.
And you're done. All right, we're going to talk about the best suggestion for seasoning because this is Ray Rastelli. He has been a butcher for 48 years.
Yes.
Oh my word.
It's been a long time, but it's one of those passions you have for feeding people, and what better than to be a butcher?
And it's your family business, so this is something so incredible. Don't miss out on this opportunity. These burgers actually have very little shrinkage when they're cooked. It's because of the way they're made, and there is a tender touch technology that is used to create a beautiful burger. And then what you come away with is something that is not going to shrink very much, hold its shape, and just be beautiful. Oh, that's nice.
Isn't that nice? And you know, David, I had to make one that was really fit for you, right? And
I'm gonna need a knife, I think.
Yeah, well, we're just gonna make sure we put a little bit of that poppy sauce on there, and we're gonna put that top right on there because I want you to see that. And then, of course, really, the king of QVC.
There it is.
There it is, right there.
There it is.
That's really what
you put my face.
Look at
making that face on top of the burger. Now, I have been to burger joints where they have, in place of my face, they've driven a knife through the middle of it because it's so thick they need to do that to hold it together.
Yes.
This is an extraordinary burger. Tell us about Wagyu Kobe style.
Yes, so Wagyu beef is really the ultimate when it comes to beef. It's the ultimate in tenderness, in texture, and certainly in flavor. But Wagyu steer are very, very limited. Think about it. There are 30 million beef cattle in this country. There are less than 5,000 Wagyu cattle. They were brought over in the 70s, and of course, you can see one of the farms I'm on right now inspecting what we expect. These are farmers I've worked with, David, for over 45 years. I trust them. They trust me. I make sure that those cattle are in free roaming environments. They're eating natural grasses, and then they finish on a corn diet, and that's what gives them the beautiful marbling and the beautiful texture. But Wagyu beef, make no bones about it, as we said earlier, it is absolutely the most limited, most exquisite beef, and it's why you will only see it on a few restaurant menus, and when you see the price on menus, you sometimes will turn around and walk out.
Well, and some people will say, well, come the summertime, the price of beef is going to go up. Not if you're on auto delivery, because we have auto delivery every 60 days for 1 year. So Mr. Rastelli and his family have promised us that whether you go with the 14 or the 28 count, whatever you pay tonight is what you're going to pay every 60 days for a period of 1 year, regardless of what the price is in the marketplace.
That's right. And David, it's taken 3 years for us to bring this back to QVC. 3 years ago, we brought this to QVC. It was,
I remember.
You remember that day, right?
I remember.
It was a wild day. And what I loved most about it was not only did people love it that day, but they kept asking and asking to get it back, to have more of it. So we've finally been able to do that after 3 years, and I just can't be more pleased with the results today.
Now, one thing that I will do and have done with this kind of burger is I cut it and eat it like a steak. Because you can. It's thick.
Absolutely.
It's tender. It's got great flavor, and I love your seasoning pack. Your seasoning packet has salt, pepper, garlic, and a few other secret ingredients you can tell us about.
Yes.
But this is something incredible. Don't miss out on this opportunity because everybody is looking to create that ultimate burger for the summertime. And as summertime grilling season is upon us, we want the very best, and the very best will be this burger. Now, this is today's special value. Hello, old friend. Wow, is that good? So good and so tender. And there truly is a difference. This actually cooks from the inside out, right?
It cooks from the inside out, and that's why it actually plumps, but I want you to see the size of it. It's the largest burger we've ever brought. I want you to see the thickness of it, and you're going to wonder how it stays so thick. Well, it's actually the process in which we fold the meat together instead of pressing it together. So you can see here, the Rastelli burger is a very loose knit, which means we fold the meat together. We take that Wagyu beef, we create that beautiful burger, and folding it allows it to cook from the inside out, David. So you can can see the steam going through that burger. It keeps all the juices in the burger. Versus a traditional burger, when you cook it, it cooks around the outside. You know what? Everything goes into your grill. Now, we recommend cooking it from frozen, just like that. 4.5 minutes or so on the grill on a nice hot temperature. Take the seasoning we give to you. You're going to see some moisture at the top. Drop some seasoning on it. Flip it over. Never, ever press, because you'll press the juices out of it.
Right.
Look at it plumping. That's what we want to happen in a great burger. That plumping is because the moisture and the juices stay inside the burger.
Now, we're shipping either immediately 14 or 28. That has been incredibly popular. Also, we're shipping 14 or 28 on May the 20th. And we're shipping 14 or 28 on June 24th. Now, I have some updates for you. We've sold over 25,000 sets. If you're shipping in May, in the 14 count, I have 400 remaining. In the 28 count, how many? 1,500. Now, if you're going for the June ship week, 14 count, 1,200, and the 28 count, 1,700 to go around. Now, our immediate ship has been wildly popular.
Yes.
Everybody is helping themselves to all the different ship weeks, and auto delivery is connecting very, very well, attaching very well, because everyone wants to keep that same great price coming. Now, your son, Ray the Third, is here.
Yes.
Your grandson is Ray the Fourth.
That's right.
Who knows if Ray the Fourth will have a little boy, and then we'll be in a conundrum what to call him. But let's go over to the grill and talk and see what Ray the Third is up to, and then I'm going to ask you some questions about seasoning.
Absolutely.
All right.
Terrific.
You know what, hey David, first
Hey,
off,
buddy.
what
Good to have you
we're doing is we really want to show everybody how easy these are to prepare. So I know we mentioned a minute ago, but cook from frozen. They're going to each come individually vacuum packaged like you have here. So we just tell you, literally just take it out of the package, throw it on the grill. How you're going to know when they're ready to flip, and you only want to flip them once. As you can see, these burgers we have here in the middle, you can see they're kind of starting to juice right out of the center, around the edges. In another minute or two, they're going to completely juice on top of that burger. That's when you want to take that great seasoning that we give you, throw it on top, all right? So we're going to flip them a second earlier here, but then you're going to flip them over. You're going to want to season them again.
Season them on that side as well.
Yes.
And let them cook for another 3 to 4 minutes, depending on how you like it done. That's how easy this is. Don't press on them. Let them sit just like that.
You know what I'm noticing here?
Yes.
Very little shrinkage.
That's
Yes.
correct. That's
Great
exactly
point.
right.
I
And
mean,
actually,
here's the one right out of the package, and
That's
there's
it.
one almost done, and there's
Exactly.
very little difference in the size.
And look at the plumping. The burgers in the front there have been on a little bit longer. So
Yeah,
you
I
can
can
see
pick
how
that up.
that
You can
is
see how
actually
thick that is,
plumped.
right?
It actually got thicker as we began to cook it more.
I mean, imagine your summer barbecue. And these will last in the freezer how long?
For 12 months.
12 months.
Yes.
And they come in a black label box.
They do, individually vacuum packaged. And what we did this year, David, we actually separated them. So you get, if you get the 28 pack, which I think is really smart, you get 2 of the boxes. And
Right.
the reason I say that is because so many people, you know, would love to take these, drop these in your freezer, just pull them out of the box. You can see each one is individually vacuum packed. But we got some great holidays come up. Think about Mother's Day. Think about Father's Day, Memorial Day. When you go to that barbecue, you know what? Keep a box for yourself. Bring a box to that barbecue.
And it
with
comes
you.
with a cooking guide with that handsome fellow on the front.
And that's seasoning.
And also a packet of seasoning. All of that is included as well in each box of 14. And if you are invited to the college graduation and it's a cookout, bring the burgers with you.
Exactly.
This is going to be so important. Let's go ahead and pop these back down here.
Okay.
Important for everyone to know that this is very popular. We can ship these to you whenever you need them. Think about your freezer space right now. I have a little side-by-side refrigerator freezer in my kitchen. I don't have a lot of room in my freezer, so I have to really kind of parse it out. So it's one of those things where I look at this and I say, well, you know what? This is worth maybe giving something else away or making room for it, because these are going to be great. If you need to take them out of the box, you can do that too.
Absolutely.
Because these come individually vacuum sealed, right?
That's right, which means you can stick them in every little nook and cranny. You know, it's always nice after, 8 or 10 months, all of a sudden, you think you're out of burgers and you find one of these in the corner, right?
Yeah.
That really
Hiding
makes
behind the ice cream.
Hiding behind the ice cream. That makes for a great day.
Yeah, and then suddenly you're like, oh my goodness. Now, and don't forget, you can also break these burgers up in a skillet if you need ground meat for spaghetti sauce.
Absolutely.
For taco night, for chili, or whatever.
And it's Wagyu ground beef, so that great flavor you're getting out of the burger itself. If you made some tacos or you made some chili or maybe a meatloaf, it's Wagyu. It's
or meatballs.
Oh, it's just incredible what can be done. And a lot of people will take a burger and they'll hide the burger with so many different condiments. Here's one of the things that I just love to do, and I encourage people when they first get our Wagyu burger, just take the burger, put it on a bun, and let it speak for itself, because what you're going to find, first of all, look how thick that is. That is a huge, huge burger.
Lovely.
But what you're going to see is you're going to see a burger, and you're going to taste a burger like something you've never tasted before, because Wagyu is not a readily available product. And I just want you to see how juicy, how tender this is. Every single bite of
What's
this.
my favorite phrase? Where you see juice, you see flavor.
There you go.
And that is so true here, too. Look at that. Now, that's before we've added any toppings, right?
Nothing at all.
That's
We
just
did
burger and
nothing at
bun.
all. And that's going to give you the real flavor of what a Wagyu burger should taste like. Or if you want a Wagyu steak, you can treat this just like you would a steak. Stick it in under your broiler if you'd like, right? You can stick it in a skillet and maybe top it with some hollandaise sauce and some crab meat, and you've got a Wagyu steak. It is that high a quality.
I mean, everybody is loving their burgers, no matter how they're eating them for the summertime. Whether you're taking a knife and fork to this and eating it like a steak, or you're putting it on your favorite bun, you're cutting it long ways and putting it on a hoagie roll. I mean, whatever, any port in a storm, right? So all of this works out really nicely, and serve it any way you like. If I'm inviting people over for burgers, I may not be eating the bun, but I'm going to have two great big burgers with a fork and a knife and a splash of ketchup, some mustard, maybe some Dijon if I want to get fancy. Maybe I'll put some cheese on there. I'll have it with some baked sweet potatoes. Maybe you're also serving sweet potato tots. You ever had those? Quite delicious. So all this is happening for you, and everybody is looking for a burger that is so versatile, and that's exactly what you're going to find with this set of Rastelli burgers. We're super excited about these, and excited about how far these are going to go. This is already 1,000 gone in this show. Many people are looking at this and saying, you know what, summer's just getting started. Grilling season is just getting underway.
It is just starting.
I need to be ready for it.
It is just, and I cut this one up like I would typically cut a steak up, and I want you to see just how beautiful every slice is, because it is a steak. It's made from Wagyu steak cuts and chuck cuts. I mean, it is the most incredibly flavorful, tender, moist steak or burger if you choose to have it that way.
Now, if you're ordering the 14 count, it breaks down to about $5.71 a burger. Remember, this is Wagyu Kobe style. If you are looking at the 28 count, it's about $4.64 per burger. I don't know if you've been to a drive-thru recently, but no one's going to a drive-thru for that little money.
No.
And this is good food fast. It's not fast food.
Right.
It's good food fast.
It is. And when you think about Wagyu, somebody said to me, well, you know, there you go. You know, what is it that makes it so special? What makes it so special is that it is cattle that is highly marbled. The inside muscular marbling is so rich that when you cook it, you're not going to get grease. What you're going to get is beautiful moisture. And it starts on the farm. When we think about where our cattle are raised, we think about the farmers who take care of them. It's really, really important that those folks really understand exactly what is being done and how to do that. So when we actually do that, and our farmers do the same, we are sure we've got something that's natural, something that's really, really high in omega-3s. And of course, when it gets to the butcher shop, then it's my job to make sure that we at the butcher shop do the same thing. So this is what Wagyu looks like. I want you to see the marbling inside of that Wagyu. That's the kind of meat candy that as a butcher I get really excited about, because I know anything I make out of this is going to absolutely be exquisite. We take that beautiful Wagyu piece and we grind it into this beautiful grinds. We then take that and fold it as you saw earlier, and this is what you get. You get a beautiful burger that's incredibly soft, tender, flavorful, and because it's folded together, your burger's going to plump just like mine has.
And if you want to let it thaw just a bit and make the world's best meatballs, world's best meatloaf.
Yes.
If you're having tacos with this kind of burger, well, invite us over, we'll help you eat it. Yeah. This is fantastic. You've got what we call in the business some hots just delivered to your board.
Yes.
Your son is bringing over some hots. Very nice.
Perfect.
Lovely. Thank you, sir.
You're welcome.
This is very, very indicative of the kind of barbecue you could be having at your house. Imagine everyone coming up the walk in the driveway and they realize, oh, well, burgers are what's for dinner.
Oh.
This is remarkable stuff.
Look at this burger. Look at this burger. I mean, this is right off the grill. Should have probably let it rest for a few minutes, but I just want you to see how soft, how tender, and the texture of this burger. It's so incredibly juicy that when you do put it in a bun and you do eat it, make sure you do the lean, because that moisture is going to be running down both of those arms of yours.
Yeah, that's what